Lifeline Morning Show. I'm Steven. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. You know, I love bringing people into this studio. We have a good time. We got some really good stuff going on around our community, and there's one organization that's really looking out for a particular population. I don't know, maybe you heard a little bit about this population on a TV show. Yeah, daytime TV. You know, it was, what was it? It was a game show of sorts. It was, what was that again? Oh yeah, I remember. Here he is. Take a listen to this.
Bob Barker reminding you, help control the pet population. Have your pet spayed or neutered. Goodbye, everybody.
That's right, Bob Barker. And then, of course, you know Drew Carey. He had to pick it up, too. So here's him.
Folks, help control the pet population. Don't forget to get your pet spayed or neutered. See you next time on Price is Right. Bye-bye.
The Price is Right. I used to love watching that with my granny. We had a good time. But hey, right now, we've got some people here in the studio that are going to tell us a little bit more about helping to control that pet population, a certain population of cats. I understand it's kitten season. Tell me more. Tell me more. Who wants to start off? Pam?
Well, kitten season is getting ready to start.
Yeah.
And pretty much any intact female that has access to a male is going to end up pregnant. So we really want to urge those that own cats to please get their cats fixed.
I got you. Okay, so let's just kind of talk a little bit about this whole idea of kitten season. It's a particular time of year, I understand, and let's get in more of the scientific stuff of how this works, because cats are a little bit different from other animals as far as when they come into heat, when they can even get pregnant, and there's so much more. So tell us a little bit more.
Okay, kitten season in this area runs pretty much from mid-February to November. It ends when the clocks change, basically, when there are not as many daylight hours. But as soon as the daylight hours start increasing, every single female comes into heat. And cats are polyestrous, which means ultimately they will go into heat. If they do not get pregnant, they will go out of heat for a week, and they will turn around and go right back into heat. And they will keep that cycle going until they're pregnant or until November comes.
Wow. Okay, so a big opportunity for these cats to really make more kittens, and then it becomes a bit of a problem. I know overpopulation really is a source of so much devastation for the cat population, right?
It is. And we also do 2 other programs, but they're reactive. Helping owners get their cats fixed is proactive because it takes care of the situation before the problem occurs.
I gotcha. All right, and that's one of the programs. What's the other program?
We offer a TNR, Trap, Neuter, and Return program, and we also do kitten rescue where we take in kittens 6 to 8 weeks or younger.
Gotcha. And speaking of kittens, we got some in the studio with us right now. They're so fluffy.
Yeah, we do.
Now these, I know they're not ready for adoption quite yet, but this is kind of a look at things to come. I can hear the little meows in the background. So, hey, I wonder if you could introduce your team that you brought in here with you today.
This is Lisa. She is our medical person. Boyd is my vice president, and he's in charge of training for all the cleaning. And Karen on the end there does the majority of our social media work.
Okay, nice. Yeah, you know, I've been taking a look at your website. You guys have a really nice one. Who's responsible for putting that together again?
I put it together a few years ago, but I've got someone now that's keeping it up to date.
Very nice. You're taking a look at it now over on the socials. And hey, if you didn't know, we are on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube at the same time as we're on radio right now. So coming through here, you can see the About Us section, a little bit more about what they do. Now, you guys are a nonprofit, a lot of volunteers who are helping to make sure that this cat population is taken care of. Now, I live in Arab. I know your office is in Arab, right?
Right on Main Street, yes.
So I know that I see strays all the time there in Arab. And sometimes they're friendly, sometimes not so friendly. But I know you even have things that you do for those strays. I guess if you can capture them, right? That's what you were talking about a second ago?
Right, that's the TNR program. TNR stands for Trap, Neuter, and Return.
Okay.
And typically you get people who are feeding these strays.
Yeah.
And we urge them to call us because feeding's only half the solution. The other solution is to get them fixed.
Gotcha.
And we really struggle with getting the message across as how important it is to get these cats fixed. If you look at the statistics, there are about 18,000 cats born a day
Yeah.
and 10,000 babies born a day.
Wow.
So ultimately, to just take care of those kittens born a day, each baby would have to adopt 2 kittens right from the get-go.
Yeah.
So, and that's why we really need to get proactive. We need the community's help to make a difference on this.
I gotcha. And you guys are very much a part of the community. You have so many events and things going on where you reach out into the community. I know something about a biscuit and gravy fundraiser. We've talked about that before. You got something like that coming up?
That's coming up this Saturday, 7:30 to 10:30. All we ask for is a donation of whatever you're choosing, large or small. It's biscuit and gravy, juice, coffee, and water.
Mm-hmm. At the old greenhouse.
Oh, it's at the old greenhouse in Arab.
Oh, an amazing little venue there. Yeah, good stuff. And we forgot to mention they're cat head biscuits.
They are cat head biscuits.
I grew up with that term. My granny could make some cat head biscuits. Oh, it gets me hungry this morning. Well, I know you guys are always trying to do what you can, and it can be somewhat of a struggle. What is it like, I guess, with taking these strays sometimes? I imagine it gets kind of weird from time to time, a little dangerous, but y'all are equipped to take care of stuff like that.
Yeah, we actually, when people are doing trap, neuter, and return, we actually get the feral cat caregivers to help. The cats that are being fed, trust them more. We have traps that people can use.
Okay.
And that makes it safe for both the person trapping and the vet.
Gotcha.
Because the vet can actually anesthetize them while they're in the trap. And we spay them, we give them a 3-year rabies vaccine, and they go back continuing to live their outside life, but without the reproduction.
I gotcha. Okay, so now y'all can talk about this all day long, but you've decided to go ahead and step up and say, hey, we want to help make this happen. We don't just want to tell you how you can do this. We want to actually help. I know you guys are going to reduce the cost for spaying and neutering to $40.
Yes, for the next month, if you put in an application, it's on our website under services. Put in an application to get low-cost spay-neuter for low-income households. And in your application, mention JFM 88.5. We are going to reduce the cost to $40, and that will include a rabies vaccine also.
Nice. Y'all stepping up and trying your best to take care of this population. Now, let's just take a look at these kittens one more time. I know that you've already named them, and you've got to tell the story about how one of them turned from a he into a she.
Yeah, these are actually, we brought a mama cat in.
Yeah.
She was actually the very last cat for 2023.
Uh-huh.
And she came with 5 babies.
Wow.
She was gorgeous, so we named her Sophia Loren.
Oh.
She has since been adopted, but these are her babies. And we have Mae West and Cary Grant and Marilyn Monroe. And Marilyn was Clark Gable to start with until we did a double check.
Yeah.
And found out Clark wasn't going to work for her.
They're pretty good at hiding their stuff when they need to.
Especially the furry one.
Right. But these are absolutely gorgeous, so fluffy, so snuggly. So when will these be available for adoption?
They have to reach 2 pounds.
Okay.
Because we do the early age spaying and neutering for our rescues. And at 2 pounds, they can be fixed. And once they're fixed, they will be ready for adoption. They're still probably 4 to 5 weeks away.
Okay. All right. I know some people, when they see a kitten like that on the socials, they're like, hey, I wonder about that one. And so they might already be taking down notes. And I know that makes you all happy. Now, when people come in to adopt a cat, how much does it usually cost? And tell us about where that money goes.
The majority of our kittens are $125. Some are $150. Our adults are $100. And the money basically goes right back into spaying and neutering.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So people can know that, hey, when you go there, it's not just some kind of rehoming fee. This money goes into all the services needed to make sure that cat can be taken care of. And then more cats afterwards are taken care of, too. I think it's a very worthwhile cause. And I thank you all for coming in. Now, I want to touch on anything that we haven't really talked about. So tell you what, let's go to a break real quick. I'll play a song. We'll look at the socials, see if anybody's saying anything over there, any questions. And we want to encourage you, please ask any questions that you have over on Facebook or even on Twitter, YouTube, or if you want to call me up here at the studio, you got a question for God's Feral Felines, 256-505-0885. But for now, it's Building 429, and you can. Again, that number, 256-505-0885. We'll be back. Fun so far.
One thing we do need to mention is that we actually don't go out and do the trapping.
Okay.
We rely on the people that are feeding the colonies to actually do the trapping.
Gotcha. Get up in that microphone and let's talk a little bit more about that. So get just a little closer to that mic. I can pick you up a little better. So the trap, you said that you don't do the trapping, but you help equip the people who need to trap, right?
That's correct. Uh-huh.
Okay. Very nice. Good. Well, we can totally address that coming up here on the live. Let me go over to the socials and see. So Pamela, everything going well? You think we're covering all the bases?
I think so.
Okay.
I just would rather someone else be doing this.
Oh, you're doing a great
You're
job.
doing good.
We're moral support.
Yeah.
That's
Quiet
good.
moral support.
You got one about to take a nap over here.
Okay. All right. Well, we're getting a phone call. Let's see what we got here. Well, I think I know that lady. Eileen Russell? Is that
Seriously?
I invited her.
How you doing, Wheezy? How's everything going?
It's going fabulous, and my poor cat Gabby over here, every time she hears one of those kittens squeal, she goes looking around and wandering and jumping all over me.
Aw.
So please keep them quiet.
It adds to the live. People have got to hear those little meows. It's so cute,
Yes,
you
I
know?
understand. I
Yeah.
understand.
Well, hey, we're in
So
a...
I have a question.
Okay, you got a question. Well, do you want to wait until we're live on the radio to do the question?
Oh, sure.
We got about a
that
minute.
makes it more fun.
Yeah, we got about a minute 40. So I'm going over to the socials right now. And feel free to talk with the crew. They're all here around the table. So if you guys need to catch up
Okay.
on anything, I'm looking over on Facebook real quick to see if we have any more questions there.
Okay.
So, all
I
right.
How
tried
you
to
guys
get you to come
doing?
with us.
Huh?
I tried to get you to come with us.
Well, no, you really wanted me to take your place.
Well, sure I did.
That's not fun. Maybe next time we'll have a round table.
Pam.
You would have got to play with these little white kitties.
on another note, how much do we charge for neighborhood strays? Are they free?
I try to get a donation of $25 per person,
Okay.
but it's not
I think we
mandatory.
need to bring that up, since that's really where community can help, even if it's not a TNR colony. They can really
We're going
watch out
to
for
that.
strays.
Oh, do you have a bottle down there?
I do. I do.
A bottle.
Oh,
Oh,
where'd it go?
For the baby.
Here it is.
Feed the baby.
oh, you're bottle feeding them. Oh,
One of them still needs, insists. The others are eating fine.
Let's see if you can get it all over me.
Oh, now that one usually eats fine. That's my best eater.
so you've got them at your place, Pam?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I've got 11.
You got these
Oh,
5 and then 6 downstairs. Are they all from?
Oh, no. I've got these 5, the 6, and then Jessica Parker and Draco.
All right, here we go, guys. 3 seconds. We're coming up live. 88.5 JFM, the Lifeline Morning Show. If you listen carefully, you can hear the meows of little kittens in the studio. I love having these little ones in here. They're so cute. Right now, we've got some amazing people with God's Feral Felines with us. And I asked you if you had a question for them, call me up. And look who called, Eileen Russell. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine. How are you, Stephen?
I'm doing wonderful. So I think this crew's doing a pretty good job, huh?
Oh, yes, they've been marvelous. Although I would have liked to hear more from Karen and Boyd and Lisa.
Calling them out on the radio. I see what you're doing. So what kind of question did you have?
Well, I was wondering just how good they are at fostering. Are they foster failures, Or are they willing to give up the kittens when it comes time?
Ooh.
Oh, you know the answer to that.
Amazingly enough, I am the only one that is not a foster fail, or I haven't been a foster fail since my husband's not been allowed at the shelter.
Yeah, I wasn't a foster fail. We just got 2 to take them home to make sure that my other cat that doesn't like anybody or anything would accept them, and she did. So we adopted them right away.
And Karen?
Yes. Yes,
How many
I
times have
adopted
you
Bandit. Well, he was towed, and we fostered him from the time he was, about a month old?
Yeah, about 4
And
weeks.
then he had some bad injuries, and we nursed him back to health. And then when it came time to give him up, was like, nope, he's staying with us.
That's not quite accurate.
Well,
it was a
it was.
Karen decision.
Yeah.
I will say that each of us seems to pick one at the shelter that seems to mean more than the others. And we know we can't take them all home with us. So it's very bittersweet when they get adopted because we love it that they've got their own home.
Yeah.
And that's
So how
our
many
goal.
cats do you have?
One of the things we hear all the time when we're trying to get fosters is, oh, I could never give them up because I fall in love with them too much. When you foster, you learn to fall in love with the process. Taking them in, getting them healthy, getting them fixed, and then adopting them out. You've really got to just change your perception on that.
Yeah, that's about it. Although I must admit, I joined the foster failure crew very quickly. Thank you, Pam.
Yes, you did that very early in us feral felines.
Yes, Gabby, thanks you too. So.
Yeah, we love all of the kittens that come through our shelter, but we also love it when they get their forever home.
And that's our
we know
goal.
that they're well taken care of because that's the whole point of the shelter is making sure that they're nursed back to health and then they find their forever home.
That's true. Well, you guys are doing a fabulous job. A lot of information, and good luck with the biscuits and gravy. And thank you, Stephen, for promoting us again.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Hope to see you at the Biscuit and Gravy fundraiser, Eileen.
I'm going to do my best.
Good.
It's a little early for me on Saturday mornings. But
Oh
I'll
my
do
goodness,
best.
you can do it.
Tell Gabby to wake you up.
There you go.
Oh, she doesn't need to be told.
That's good stuff. Thank you, Eileen. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye. Well, guys, I think we've covered a lot of bases here. I know there was something else we needed to talk about. So I think it had something to do. Well, when the trap and neuter and release, or trap, spay and release, TNR, you said, right?
Yes.
When that happens, you guys aren't the ones who go out and do that, but you help equip the people who need to, right?
Yes, it's get a lot of people that are really afraid of it, but it's actually quite easy.
Okay.
We do laugh that our job is trying to figure out how to be smarter than the average cat when you're doing a TNR.
Right.
But we've got a lot of good success, and we so appreciate that the people who feed the TNR or TNR cats are willing to do this. We just don't have the manpower for us to be able to go out and do that.
I gotcha. So I know we were talking about ways that the community can get involved, and there was something particular that you guys mentioned just while we were in that break. And what was that again? How we can get the community involved?
The stray cats. You know, neighborhoods have stray cats. If it's not an owned cat and it's a stray and you're feeding it, you know, our recommendation is that assume it's a female and assume it's going to have kittens.
Okay.
And if the neighborhood people that feed them could help us and get them trapped into the vet and then they go back, it can really help cut down that population.
Gotcha. So when they trap them and they take them to the vet, what do they need to say? They need to contact you first to try to get the trap to trap them in the first place, right?
Right. They need to contact us
Okay.
before they do anything so we can get the appointment set up. We
Okay.
work with a vet in Gunnersville and a vet in Arab to work with our TNR program. and we need to get appointments set up. And sometimes the appointments are 3 weeks out. But yeah, we have the traps, and we show you exactly how to use them and give you whatever pointers you may need.
I got you. I'm taking a look at that at your website right now at some of these cats and all the things you have set up here, your services and all that. I thank you for what you do. Not a lot of people take time out of their day to do stuff like this, but you really love cats. And I know some people are cat people, some people are dog people, but they are really fuzzy and they are really cuddly. They bring a lot of joy to a lot of people. So thank you all for all that you do.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And even with the reduced cost spay and neuter, we do run into people that can't even afford the $40. So if anybody wants to sponsor somebody or sponsor a cat, we'd love to talk to you.
Perfect. What's that phone number?
256-640-8000.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for carving out some time. We're going to get off the radio. I'm going to cuddle one of these kitties. So let me hit a song, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. We got your weather and word of life coming up. Hey, if you have any questions for them, please put them in the comments right there on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can see today's video there, and it'll be on our website later today as well. So thank you so much for hanging out right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Here's Riley Clemens, loved by you.